I have not walked down there. I should need to do that. But I
I
was
heard it's covered
down.
in algae and smells like crap. There's dead ducks everywhere. I've heard it looks. I see the pictures. It just looks awful. I guess Trump drained it. Apparently, he thought the filters were a plot, a liberal plot or something, because of a green, some sort of a green
It's an
initiative. So,
exaggeration.
so yeah,
It's an
is that an
exaggeration.
exaggeration? That's the story I heard. That's why the pool was drained. So the filters could be removed.
I've got to go
And
down there and see for myself, though. I
I
can't.
saw the pictures. It's not an exaggeration of how foul it is. I mean, it looks really, really bad. I mean, it's covered in
It
algae.
always did, but
Yeah. Well,
Ha!
I don't know. When I was there as a
Oh,
kid, it seemed pretty clean to me. It was fine. I mean, it didn't have algae and like stuff growing on it, and animals weren't dying in it. So I guess I don't know. You should check it out though. Let
uh,
me know what you find because it looks bad. The story sounds pretty awful about. I mean, it just sounds
we could
really
probably
stupid.
walk out into the world and see how things are here in Washington D.C. Look at that! Isn't that amazing? Look at that sky,
Blue sky, very blue sky. Yeah.
hot as hot as the hinges of Hades.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's it. That's the garden outside the bunker door. My little serious security I've got here.
Serious Security Inc. I like that. So that's let's see.
Yeah, that's about the extent of it. It's the
Yeah,
intimidating lion face on my door
yeah.
knocker.
I see. I see. Yeah.
Occasionally it looks like Jacob Marley.
Plus, nice you can get in
Yeah.
directly from the street there, as opposed to having to go through like a hallway or. That's kind of nice.
Yeah,
Not a
I
bad
got this
place.
little tiny foyer there with some of my dad's old books,
Mhm.
stashed away, and then we're just sort of bunkered in here tight.
And how long have you lived there? Have you lived in this place? Oh,
We've lived here now 15 years.
okay. Wow. Jeez.
Daylight savings time. We actually had a townhouse for the longest time that we just let
No, but I
go
mean this
of.
apartment. I mean this apartment, this particular apartment. How long you lived in? Is what I was asking.
Yeah, 15 years.
Oh,
We
okay.
had it since 2010, and then we kept the place up in Maryland.
So it's a two bedroom. It's a one
Just
bedroom.
as
What is it?
a,
It's
it's
a one
two
bedroom.
bedroom, but
Two bedroom.
yeah, one bedroom back there, and that's the hallway back there.
Okay.
Goes back to the whole back side of this
So
building, which is built about 1904.
I was gonna say, yeah. So what do
And
you mind me asking? What you pay for rent there? What your rent is?
I don't rent it; I bought it.
Oh, you bought it. You own the apartment. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, we own this, and we
Okay.
pay about $500 a month in homeowners association fees, which isn't bad
Wow.
for the
That's not
building.
cheap.
Keeping the building up.
It's not.
1904
Wow.
building, you need a new roof
Right.
every so often, and
So is
all
that
that
common?
jazz.
Everybody owns in there? Is that everybody, or is that uncommon? You're saying
Yeah,
everybody.
everybody is some people rent their flats, but they're not
Out to
supposed to
others.
for the
Yeah.
most part. We got to have a certain number of people owning, and like I said, it has a working fireplace in it, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah. That's very nice.
It's cozy, and it's a good place to see out the apocalypse.
Yeah, I guess.
Which I'm
Except for the
expecting
fact,
any day.
except for the fact we're in DC, which is probably the worst place to be when the apocalypse comes. It's like one of the
Well,
worst
buried
places to
down in the
possibly be.
bunker, I'm gonna be.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like
I don't
in
know.
Don't Look Up when
Yeah,
Jonas Hill is the last man alive,
yeah.
and he crawls out of the rubble. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Is that the one where the glass, whose glasses are broken? My glasses. Is that the one you're referring to? There's a Twilight Zone episode
No,
where
no, no. That's
that's a
actually a
different one.
Twilight Zone
Yes,
with
exactly.
Burgess
Twilight Zone.
Meredith.
Burgess Meredith. That
Yeah,
was it. A classic Twilight Zone episode. Where,
Burgess
yes.
Meredith, man. I do good Burgess Meredith
Yeah,
impersonation
see, you
from
remind me of
Grumpy
him.
Old Men.
You kind of remind me of him now that I think about it. You sort of do. Or Wilford Brimley. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
What about
I
Wilford
could
Brimley?
do the voice.
You have a little bit
My
of a Wilford
wife
Brimley
doesn't
going on.
like me to do it because it freaks her out a little.
I can see that. Interesting.
Well, yeah, there's an awful lot of things my wife doesn't like me to do. There's
I
a
can imagine.
list,
I
like
can imagine.
we have it on the
And you,
wall somewhere.
right. You're constantly doing them too, I'm sure.
But
Nonstop.
listen, this powerless post you've got is great.
You
People
like
need
it,
to
huh?
read this.
You
Yeah,
think so?
people need to read this and they need to think
Surprised that
about
struck a
talk
chord.
to me
It
about
was you that actually, it was you that actually maybe that was the reason I wrote this. It was actually a conversation we had I don't know, one of the times we talked a long time ago. You said something about it was just one
it. All
second of
right.
an off comment. Somebody said I feel about powerlessness, and I said people are not as powerless as they think they are. And we moved on to another topic. We never really delved into it. And, and
Mhm.
I've been thinking about it ever since we had that conversation of why did I say that? And I was trying to justify it in my head why I actually said that. And I do believe that people aren't as powerless as they think they are, but I couldn't justify to myself why I believe that. And so I've been trying for the past like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, month even, to justify it to myself that that's the correct thing to believe. I'm not sure I'm 100% there, but I think writing the story helped me kind of figure out where I was coming
No, I think that
from.
Lynn there's Lynn now
Oh,
and
good.
me on our wedding day at the Tabernan. But
Very
I
happy.
think that, she would say, she had a stroke that deprived her of the free use of her left side at the age of 42. And she's as powerless as she can be on the left side. But other than that, the right side's working great.
Yeah,
So why not, keep
yeah,
alive as long as possible. And while you've got
yeah.
breath in the body, do something with it because everything, she told me the other day that one of her employees. She's an HR manager, and that's her and her dad, George W. Bush. That's
Oh,
her dad's name.
is it? I
He
was gonna say, it
passed
looks kind of like
away.
it looks like Bush actually a little bit actually. It looks like George W.
he
A
was
little bit.
a
From the it's a little bit blurry, but
he
I
was
can't.
a for, he was a forklift driver at Latrobe Brewery,
Okay,
and yeah, in
interesting.
Latrobe,
So yeah,
Pennsylvania.
she's a great.
Oh,
I mean, you're right.
Rolling
She's great.
Rock.
Liz is a great,
Yeah.
great example of someone who has a disability, whatever you want to call it. Her ability to influence others by example is huge because people
Right.
look at that
And
and say,
she
"Wow,
said, you
look at
miss
that."
100% of your shots you don't take. She was
Yeah,
telling one of her employees, oh, there I am.
yeah.
Hi. I
yeah.
look terrible today.
You wearing a Hawaiian
Um,
shirt or something? What is that? Is
I'm wearing
that a
my
Hawaiian shirt?
Atmos. Oh, I'll show you my
I think it was
shirt.
a Hawaiian shirt. Okay, I thought it was a Hawaiian. Okay, all right, hippie. It's your
Mhm.
hippie. It's your hippie
I
thing.
can't
All right,
really.
tie dye.
There we go.
I got you.
It says almost right here. Right,
Yeah, tie dye.
almost, and
Did you
there's
make that
this like
yourself?
silhouettes. This is a Joe Russo's Almost Dead tour shirt.
Did you make your own hot tie dye shirts at one time, Hal? I bet you did, didn't you? You made your own tie
I
dye.
never have
Oh,
made
you
my
never
own
have?
tie
Oh,
dye
I
shirt. I
have.
don't think. I'm definitely kind of into the scene. You can see here that I've got my Atmos
Oh yeah,
version of Blues for Allah there. Actually, I made this image out of the window of our hotel and then
oh,
ran it through
nice.
an AI filter. So Lynn decided to have it framed for her
That's very nice.
birthday.
I see. So you just that's
Makes
not
it
that's
sort of
not
look.
you actually. It's a computer did that for you, I guess. Still,
Yeah, the computer did that for me. But this is
it's
actually
very nice.
my old music master's, my assistant music master's watercolor. He did that one. I bought
The
that for
fife,
Lynn.
the fife master. This would be a fife master
Yeah, he was a
pronouncer.
Fife master, exactly. He's a watercolorist now, too.
That's really I really like that watercolor. Actually, I
That's
really
me,
like that.
my younger
You got
days.
hair. Look at that. You had hair
Yeah.
back then. Look at that
And my
Homer Simpson.
son, or hey, even when I married Lynn, I had
I
hair.
love that
Look at
picture
that.
you put online a while back. The picture of you holding your nuts at that whatever it was. You're like grabbing your nut, looking all pissed off. It cracked me up. I really like
This
that picture.
one.
There you
No,
go. Look at that.
no,
I really like that
actually,
one too.
I know the
That's
one
not
you
the
mean.
one.
No,
Yes.
you're talking about the one in the fife and drum thing where I'm
Yes, the
standing
five
with
and
her.
drum thing. You just look pissed off.
Um,
You look so
and
pissed.
the Lord Mayor of London is behind me at the, giving an address, and I'm just supposed to be standing there at
You're a very
attention.
handsome fellow in your youth. What happened?
Actually, that's my dad and his two sisters there. I
See,
have pictures stacked up
yeah,
all over the place. No, but no rhyme or reason. But thank you very much for saying that, my thing about powerfulness and power that we all have, that we basically delegate off to others by a system of blame, right?
yeah, yeah,
It's ridiculous. And we've done it
yeah,
to ourselves. We continue to do it to ourselves. Oh, there's a good one of Dad and me back in the day.
yeah. The easiest way to, I mean, it's to be honest,
I
ways to
still have
power those
that kind
people
of
forward.
look on my face
I
all
know,
the
I
time.
would. Yeah.
I'm like,
What's
what
going
the
on?
heck?
Like you sat on
We're
something there. You sat on something like that.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah,
sitting in the middle of a stream
I see.
near Cog Camp, which was our. It's actually this is my great grandfather getting ready to go fishing on Hog Camp. You can't really see him too well in this one because of the
So what are those?
glare.
What are those bills there? Let's use your last $15 in case when the apocalypse hits us. You're gonna be your.
It's my
That's your
great
your
grandfather,
last.
I should say. He went
What's with the bills?
fishing in a bow tie and three
Right.
piece suit.
What's the significance of the bills there? The 5 and the 10 there. What do those represent? Or is
What
that a
he's
$100?
doing there is tying a
No,
fly on
those
his fishing.
bills, the $5 bill and the hundred
Oh,
dollar bill.
I'm
Oh, what the
sorry.
hell
I'm
is
thinking of
that?
these things here. This is the
Yes.
first money I earned as front of house staff at Daily Provisions.
Okay, okay. So
Because
that's
I told you I took a gig down there, right?
yes, I know that. I know that. Right. Very good. I see. A historical remembrance of your first your first earnings. I
Yeah,
understand.
it's like this was like the $5 some guy on my training shift like thrust into my hands.
I see. I thought it was gonna be
And
like
I don't know
something
what the other
historical.
$10
I
was. I
see.
think that was again somebody's giving me $10 for being nice to them.
Oh, that's nice.
Because nobody's nice to anybody else anymore, apparently. So it's such a rare thing. You have
Sure
to
doesn't
feel like
seem.
you have to
I
give
agree,
somebody
man.
$10 to be nice to
It,
you.
that's
I
true.
can't figure it out.
I
You
don't
know.
get it. Yeah, I don't get it either.
What else we
I don't get
got
it.
here? Oh, yeah, I always like showing people tours of the house. My dad's
Good stuff.
award for the John Lyman Book
So where are your
Award.
where are your Stacky? Speaking of awards, where's the four Stackies? The Mr. Stacky Award, by the way. Congratulations,
Oh, I don't have my. I
four.
haven't printed it
The
out.
guys.
I got to print it
From,
out yet. What's this one?
Figure it out. You gotta be
Oh,
hanging those things with
oh,
pride,
this
man.
is me. There I am again, much younger, Cupid haircut. Isn't that great?
Very cute. You look like that. What's his name? Again,
Well,
I
this
forget.
is the problem that happens with me if you get me just free flowing and I have nothing else on my mind at the
Well,
moment.
there's many problems with you,
Aside
but
from what a great
one of the
article you wrote, and
one
everybody
of the
has to
problems.
read it.
Yeah.
And if you haven't read Everyday
Oh
Junglist
yeah. I
Intelligent
promised it 5 minutes
Nonsense
ago. We just
every
got like 5
day,
minutes ago now.
I know it was like a little longer than that, but not much. It's great though, and
I
I
appreciate that.
inspired it too.
Did you
And
actually
now
read
I
it? Did
didn't
you actually
know
read it?
that.
I don't believe that you read it. I think you really skimmed it. That's
No,
my
actually,
guess.
I listened to it. I
Oh,
actually
you listened
put
to
the
it. Oh.
play, yeah,
How's that
and it
work? How does
plays
that
it
work?
in a
Was it a guy?
voice. Have you ever
So
tried playing it back?
no, I haven't. I haven't. I think I selected the voice to be my
Can you do
reader
that? Go.
at some
Can you
point.
see it on your
Yeah.
screen now? Can you get
The
it on
story?
your? Do you have a
Yeah, I can
computer
pull.
you can put it on?
Yeah. I'm on my computer right now. You want to pull it up? What you're saying? Let me see if I can.
Yeah, pull it up and play it back to us,
Let's see.
and then
All
we'll
right.
shut up and we'll
Oh,
listen to your,
it's me. It's
your
me, us.
words, your
It's me and you.
prose.
I think there's two other people maybe. And hello, by the way. Thanks for joining. If
Yeah,
whoever
Paul
you
K
are.
is
I don't
often
know which.
here. I don't know
Oh, hey,
what Paul's
hey, Paul.
fascination with logging in is, but I'm
Is
happy
it
to
Cat or
have
you?
him. Cat Rainbows is here and Max. Cat
Hey, everybody.
Rainbows sounds like somebody I ought to follow.
That
By
sounds
the
like a hippie.
way,
That sounds like what you would like.
huh?
Sounds like a
What's
hippie.
that?
Sounds like someone you would hang out with, like a hippie from Cat Rainbow. I like that.
Yeah, well, I came by it honestly. There's my dad with one of his cats.
Oh, I can see. I'm looking for it right now. Let's see.
That's what dad, the whole thing here is kind of a grief project after dad passed away at 91. But
Yeah,
yeah, if you can
91's
you
a good
find it,
good
can you
rifle.
play it back?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. I'm clicking on it now.
Dad was
All
class
right.
of 55 at William and Mary, eh?
So how do I do that? So I go to view post, and what do I do? How do I play it? Like, where do I play it from?
Do you see a little arrow there or some
Where?
audio thing?
No, I'm on the story page. I don't see any kind of arrow or under the three dot thing. No,
Maybe you don't have it on yours.
it says on the
That's
author. Yeah,
possible.
maybe it doesn't show.
I'll have
It's
to
on
go
the
look at
author.
mine.
I
I'm
don't
going to
see any
take you
kind of
back
arrow
into the
that I go to.
bunker. This will be scary because you'll actually see the bunker.
You don't
This
see
is
a way to
the
play it.
inner sanctum here.
Ow. Is that a bag of chips I see over there? What does that say? What is that? Oh no, it's
Oh
not.
no, it's Cheez-Its. It's a box of
It's a cheese.
Cheez-Its.
It's
It's
not full of
empty.
bugs, is it? It's not
It's
full of
been
bugs, is
empty.
it?
I had
All
this
right, good.
commissioned actually. This is by Daniel Meakin. He's a painter in Barcelona, and
Okay.
it's of Williamsburg, my hometown. This is supposed to be the foundry here,
So you had
and
some
that's
money,
the
it sounds like.
capital. They're nowhere near each other, but that's good enough for me. And I told him there were two rivers that framed the city, so there they are. It's very.
I see no way to play it. Yeah, I can't do it from as an author. I guess as the author, I
All
can't
right,
play it.
all right,
Or
all right.
writer, whatever, publisher.
Well, how we doing on time? Actually, three
I'm
sixteen.
okay. I'm okay.
How
I
much
probably
more
got like
time?
5 more minutes, 10 more minutes probably at most, but
I'm
you got to
trying
leave
to
soon.
bring my computer up.
I see it.
There it is. All right, let's get. Let's get a Substack here. I'm ready to get away with. Oh, by the way, did you see the thing on 1776?
No, you posted. I didn't see any post from you for some reason. When did you post it?
I am responsible for, and here's how you can play it. Or maybe I can't play it back on the computer. Maybe I can only do it on the.
Phone. Maybe that's the issue. I didn't look on my phone.
Let's scroll down to the bottom and see if I can find it there. No, there's no playback on the computer screen. I can only do it on the
Maybe
phone.
the phone died.
It's a
My phone
phone
died.
thing.
Well, crap, and my phone died on me for some reason.
Huh.
Let's charge
Yeah,
this.
and it's because we're talking on the phone. I can't really go there now. But I
Okay.
did post this thing about I am responsible, and it's kind of like that idea you and I were talking about. I'll just read a little bit of it. And I'm responsible for what? Well, everything, all the time. So are we all. We have gotten to this point in history through our choices and the choices of those who have gone before us. It's all part of time binding. I don't know if you ever saw my time binding article, but it's pretty
I don't
good.
think I did.
It's about how
I'm sure you
time
think so.
binding
You always
sets
think
us
things you do.
apart from like plants that are energy binding. And you know
Okay.
all about plants and stuff, right?
I do know quite a bit about a lot of things, especially when it comes to biology. But yeah, I do.
Exactly, biology, right? And taking that energy that plants can take, right, and store
Mhm.
it. And
Yep.
then
Silicon,
animals are
of course.
space binding, right?
Yeah.
Because they can actually pull together things in spatial terms like territories and things like that and
Hmm.
control them within reason. And then there's time binding, where we can stack experience on experience and build history. So we're time binding. And then I mentioned that, we are coming up on fast on the 4th of July anniversary of the declaration by our nation. For this event, I recommend everyone dust off the 1972 musical 1776. And have you seen 1776? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I am not a
Right.
fan of musicals, Hal. So as I told you before, I probably have not. In fact, I can tell you I have not seen it because
Yeah, and
unless I was forced to watch it as a kid in
It opens
school.
up with basically John Adams talking about how he's obnoxious and disliked.
Okay.
And I love
No,
that because I think I'm obnoxious
you
and
probably wasn't.
disliked.
No, you're not. You're not disliked. You're the most liked.
You
You're the
think
nicest
I'm the
man on
nicest
Substack.
person on Substack, but you're the
Exactly.
guy who got banned
Disliked
from Medium for life.
twice. Well, banned for life. I got suspended twice, then banned for life only once. But still. All right. So I'm in my phone now. I'm on my phone now.
Lifetime bans are only once. That's the
I am.
nature of the
Let's not talk about that. It's a sore spot with me. I have to say, it's a little bit sore.
I'm so
But
sorry.
still, we'll
I
just say
just
it's a
think
little
it's
bit of a sore spot.
I'm very impressed
You're
by
impressed.
anyone who has been squelched.
Yeah.
And the man tried to squelch me today. Actually, the woman. It was a one of the Metro police. They tried to stop me from filming in the metro station.
Really, with your on your phone? You had your phone
I
out?
was on my phone just taping what was going on. She said, "You mind telling me why you're doing that?" And I was like, "Sure, just doing raw
Ah,
journalism. Who,
I just
what,
had
when,
my
and
phone. Now
where."
my phone died again. I mean, so I can't. Sorry, I can't. I was
But I
gonna
did
try and get
look it
another
up,
phone.
and I actually was within my legal rights. She had no right to try to keep me from doing it.
Really,
But she
you are?
was right that some people can be triggered by it, and I was like,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, let them be
they
triggered.
can.
It's a free
Yeah,
country. We're
yeah.
supposed to be able to photograph, and if you're in a public space,
They're
I can
correct.
film anything I want.
That is the idea.
But
Yeah.
not on the train. I shouldn't do it on the train, according to this, and I
Really,
respect
it's
that.
illegal on the train. It is
Yeah,
illegal on the train. Yeah, 'cause the
but
Supreme Court
in the
was it?
station, not so much.
Yeah.
So anyway, I do think that it's kind of like
Well, did you see the story about Jen
it is a
yesterday?
little
These
bit
pictures of my
creepy,
wife
but
yesterday. We got picked up at the airport by the National Guard, Mexican National Guard guy at gunpoint. They pulled a gun
what?
on her. I don't know if you read my story yesterday. My story,
I
my
didn't
note.
hear that one. No, tell
I
me.
went to pick up my I went to pick up Jen at the airport. She was down in Sayulita, Mexico, and near Puerto Vallarta, and returning on a
Huh?
flight at the Tijuana airport. And I had just done that Mexico podcast, as you know, where I was talking up the National Guard as being uncorruptible and being, a force for good here in Mexico. And I felt like they were, unlike the municipal police who are, very corrupt and sometimes do some really shitty things. I was saying how great, the Guardia were. The Guardia would be like the equivalent of almost like I wouldn't say the FBI, more like the National Guard of the
Uh huh.
U.S. They're quasi military, but they're the highest, let's say, police force in Mexico, right? So the idea is they control everything, and they were formed with the idea of getting corruption under control in the lower ranks, like the municipal police. Okay, and I've always felt like they were really good.
Right.
Yesterday, my wife gets back to Tijuana, gets her
Uh huh.
bag, and there's an agricultural checkpoint there as you leave the airport. So you look for people bringing plants and things that they're not supposed to bring from wherever, because you can have pests that can destroy the whole ecosystem, whatever, plus the crops and stuff. So they check bags. She had some cacti in her bag. So and there were four National Guard guys there who basically were running basically an extortion scam, trying to tell her that it was
Ah.
a federal crime. It was a federal crime to bring cactus between states and Mexico, which it is not. There are certain requirements. We brought cactus through this checkpoint many times. It's not a federal crime, but they said it was. They pulled her into this back room. She had her cat with her, who's a service animal, registered service animal actually in Mexico. She refused to not bring the cat to this back room where they were bringing her, and they pulled a gun on her at that point. And she and
Wow.
she still refused to
God.
put the cat down. So they eventually conceded because it's in the middle of the airport in the security area. And so she brought the cat with her back. In the end, they took her to an ATM, forced her to withdraw as much money as she could, took the money, which was $300, and let her go with the cactus in tow. The supposedly federal crime cactus that she was able to bring with her. So they
That's
apparently they
not
were
really
what Jen,
funny.
funny. What Jen told me they were pulling anyone who was traveling alone and or foreigners traveling alone were all being pulled aside and harassed about something. She said there was a guy right behind her who brought some mezcal, which also is perfectly legal to transport. They did the same thing
Huh.
to him as that they did it to her with his cacti. So I've issued a
So
retraction my notes on my podcast, a public retraction to my statement about the check out the notes if you can go back in time. I don't know if you can see notes from the past. It was last night, but it really pissed me off. I mean, beyond belief. I was really scared actually too, scared out of my mind
I
because I didn't know
bet.
what was happening. I was waiting outside the airport, getting these texts from her saying, the National Guard has me. They say I've committed a federal crime. I need an attorney. I mean, it was like really bad stuff. I posted all the text messages and things in the note, and
You don't need
it
that
was
kind
just,
of stress in your life, do you?
dude, it was really bad, especially after all the good things they said about them. And at the airport, I mean, this is brazen, brazen. This would be like the equivalent of the FBI pulling people out of the security line at the airport in the U.S. and extorting them for money, and then letting them go. That's how bad this is. Like how brazen it's for this. This has to
Hmm.
have been sanctioned by a higher level in the government, in my
Which
opinion.
it sort of ties in with, of course,
It's just sucks,
our
man.
vision of why,
Yeah,
we
so
ought to feel the way we do about people south of the border. And
yeah, it ruins the country's reputation. Like
I
just
don't know, it's
it's bad.
crazy.
It's not
Well,
the
the
U.S. is
whole
not
thing about
corrupt.
tribalism in our
Yeah,
species is the problem
yeah,
I see. I keep taking
yeah,
the 50,000 mile view of it. Things, get up about
yeah,
quarter of the way back up to the moon and look down at
yeah,
us, and we are
yeah.
such silly creatures.
Yep.
All these
Everybody's got
primates running around on two legs. You
yeah.
know,
Everybody's so
we
damn
got
greedy is the other
opposable
problem.
thumbs. This is your problem right here. The
Yeah,
opposable thumb.
right. That and greed. Don't forget about greed and jealousy and all
We
the other
keep
crappy things people have.
we keep on manipulating things too much, and look
Yeah,
at what it's done to the place.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to walk out here and get in my
All right, man. I
car
gotta
and
go.
go get Len.
Yep, and I gotta
And
go.
you
I
got to
gotta go
go
too, man.
too. But
Yeah, good
thanks
talking
for
to you.
catching up with me.
Yeah, me too, man. We'll catch up again later.
Influential,
All right, man. Later. Yeah.
at least between each other. And by the way, all influence is immoral. Did I get that? Get that across? Oh, damn, he's gone. But you all were with us, and you know that all influence is immoral. If you've read my little post about leaving a mark, look that one up. Leaving a mark. Another day in the bonus round, folks. Isn't it glorious? We're going to wrap it up here. Be the change you want to see in the world. Every cent you spend is a vote for the kind of world we are co creating right here on S Street, Northwest, Washington, D.C. Out here.